y'all see the new setup, man. Y'all see we got a guest on the show, but for now, follow the drip. What's happening? What's going on? Too short, too tall in the building, back like we never left. Yeah, man. Y'all see. We got a guest on the show, man. He really don't need no introduction, man. Just another All-American, Reggie, man. All-American, UMHB alum, two-time national champion, two-time national champion at D. Mary Hardin Baylor, man. Y'all know what it is, man. But man, today just a little different. Today we just gonna chop it up about just the journey coming from small school, just some of the struggles coming from a D3, trying to make it pro. You know, rather that CFL, opportunities in the XFL, USFL, just a little stuff about the Arena League, you know, IFL, CFL, NFL, XFL, you know, and really what it take, man, and really just to catch up with Reggie and his brand. But let's start with that. Yeah, let's start with that, man. Reggie, tell us what you got going on, man.
Man, so I got a brand called Braveheart. It's an athletic brand. We the new Nike.
Okay.
I don't play like that. We have a lot of good vendors, good quality. So it came about, actually I collab with one of my friends. So I had started my own athletic brand called Pure Heart. But he was like, man, look, just, you know what I'm saying, join my team and we can build this together. And I was like, you know what? I like Braveheart. So, you know, I joined them like three months ago. So now we have a pop-up shop coming up soon on Sunday. A website gonna be dropping soon, but we got some socks, some headbands, some shirts, and some shorts.
So y'all do it all.
We
Shorts,
do it all. We
shirts.
the new Nike. And maybe about 5 years, we're gonna have our first sponsored athlete, high school. You know, so that's Braveheart.
Now, where can everybody go to get this stuff?
Well, you can follow my Instagram, BraveheartFit_.
BraveheartFit_ is the IG.
Where to pop up?
It's in Houston.
Where?
Houston, Texas,
H-Town.
downtown.
Okay. Downtown
if you follow
Houston.
the page on Instagram, you'll see it. It's all on Instagram, on our story. It's on the page. You can follow it there.
Okay. I like what you said, man. You know, you wanted to start your own, but your buddy started some and you jumped on and took what you was gonna do to what he was gonna do to collab and make the brand bigger.
Sound familiar?
You know. That's how we got to do it.
Two is better than one, in my opinion. Yeah. So.
Everybody want a whole grape. We talk about it. Everybody want a whole grape instead of half of a watermelon. You see what I'm saying? That half a watermelon is bigger than that one piece of grape that you got, my boy. All right? Build a team. Stop being selfish. Especially with your brothers.
Right.
That's my thing.
Right.
Especially if with your brother.
So, what exactly does, obviously you hear Braveheart, what does that mean to you? Like when I put on the Braveheart shirt, like what am I representing?
You representing, to be honest, just being pure. You know what I'm saying? Be able to just be yourself, work out, and just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Braveheart is just about being brave. You know, it's in the name.
You're
brave
right.
heart. You gotta have a brave heart in life to you know what I'm saying, to get past certain obstacles in life.
Right.
So when you putting on this brave heart, I want you to just kind of just think about you just being brave. You actually stepping into a new journey.
Right. So I hear fully invest in yourself and whatever it is that you dreaming about, whatever your dream is really going after it. Mm-hmm. And you know, that's kind of pieced into our conversation today, and playing D3 football and having a dream to play at the next level and kind of like that process. But man, I want you to share with us, like, really what is like, tell me, once you won a national championship and you were All-American, what has the journey been like? Give our viewers a little background on like what league you were in and what team you was on. Then this happened. Then boom, what league? And then having to go train, having to find that balance of still putting food on the table, chasing your dream, and people being like, "Why are you still trying?" You know what I'm saying? Even for yourself, asking man, why'd I keep putting my body through this? My mental, why'd I keep doing this?
So growing up, I always knew I was one of a kind, cause I won like in flag football. I was the best, best running back on my team. I got the Heisman Trophy, and I just had growing up. I went through different injuries. In middle school, I broke my growth plate. I had to have surgery on certain things. So in high school, I was transferring too many times. So that's why I really went D3, because I really was good at, I could have went D1, but I transferred too many schools in high school.
So what he really said is that he's really a D1 athlete.
We already know that.
But ended up at a D3.
Yeah.
A powerhouse D3.
Powerhouse.
That got a lot of athletes that should be D1. Keep going.
And let's just be honest. I mean, you can always, y'all know the whole saying, if we know ifs they don't mean nothing. But I do know for a fact, especially Reggie, if Reggie did half of what he did, if he was just down the street playing at a D1 or at his home at U of H and he did what he did, you talking about a 6'1", 198, 200, 190-pound corner that ran 4.3, for the scouts, for the NFL. We not talking like just no regular dude that's just big and fast. We talking about somebody that can actually get out there and actually play man coverage. Yeah, we can go Tampa. We did all that, but somebody that can actually go out there and really line up with your guy and play corner, though.
At a top level.
And the crazy part about it is my primary position was receiver coming out of high school. I wanted to play. I was solely focused on receiver because I just knew I was just that guy. Yeah. Everybody used to tell me, play DB. I'm like, nah, I want to play receiver. So I didn't even play DB when I got to UMHB for my first year. I played receiver. And I was always open. You can ask Waukee Walker. Y'all know Waukee Walker. He another, Yeah. And I had posted on Instagram one time, and I was like, man, I was open. I just couldn't catch. Yeah. So that's when I transferred to DB.
That's what they said.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. I couldn't catch. My hand still kind of look questionable. Hey, look, Bob Netto. But so I got moved to DB my sophomore year, and I didn't like the move. So I kind of was in my head. I played Sam. They moved me to Sam. Then moved me back to DB. And so I kind of left. I left UMHB after my sophomore year after we won the first national championship. I went to U of H and walked on as a receiver. Made the team. I was actually playing like in the spring game. I was second string. I walked on now as a receiver. And so then I realized I didn't want to do what I did in high school, transferring to many schools. I already had built that brotherhood at UMHB. So I said, you know what? The competition level is not different. Only thing that's different is the O-line.
That's it.
And the D-line.
That's it, bro.
Literally.
Tell them again.
That's it.
The O-line
and
the D-line. Like I'm telling you, when I'm telling you, like the receivers, the receiver running backs, DBs, they all the same at every level. Only difference is the O-line and the D-line. And then like of course the weight room stuff, because they had programs where you need to gain 10 pounds, you're gonna gain that 10 pounds. You don't get that at D3.
They got the resources.
They got the resources right
for that.
So when I came back with a different mindset. And so my junior year, that's when I had my first actually playing time at UMHB. I became in a rotation with Chris Brown and Raylan Hickey. Yeah. So I made my mark, and then my senior year became captain of UMHB. And I'm pretty sure everybody didn't probably think I was gonna be a captain at UMHB from just my journey. And I just took it and ran with it, became All-American like you guys said, won the national championship in Houston.
Hometown.
Come on now. I went out with a bang.
Yeah.
And after that, my journey professionally has been a rocky road. So I ran the 4.39, like I said. I ran the 4.39 in front of the Ram Scout. Didn't get an opportunity. I went to all these different camps, didn't hear nothing back. And so all it takes is one coach to believe in a player. One coach. Because one coach believed in me, and he called me. He was just like, hey, Reggie, your name was at the bottom of the list. Like, you not even you at the bottom. He was like, the reason I called you because you play receiver and DB, so I like to have DBs that can break down like a receiver. And I'm like, oh yeah. So he started sending me drills to do, and I'm doing them. I'm showing them I'm committed. He was like, okay, well, you getting better. We're gonna draft you. They draft me to the XFL. This is when the XFL, the first time it came out in 2020. They draft me to the XFL. I make it. We go through training camp. I'm leading the training camp in picks. I'm catching a pick almost every day against Cardell Jones. That he played at Ohio State. That don't mean nothing. Trash.
Those school names don't mean anything. Zero. We done been, sorry to cut you off, we done been to so many workouts going against Florida guys, Georgia guys, Oregon guys, Bama guys, Auburn guys, Wisconsin guys. And they can't tie our shoes. They can't do it. Because there's no difference in the skill positions. And to be honest, we was better than most of them.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
I'm not. We're not. Let me just. We're not. We're not trying. We're not. Ain't no cap in this because I'm not saying. We're not saying all D3, y'all. We're not saying that. We're not saying all D3. We speaking from Mary Hardin Baylor. We speaking from UMHB. We speaking from our family and the type of talent that comes through that school, and it is D3 and it's right here in Texas.
And it's just untapped.
It really is. I mean, I could name easily. We could name at least 10 or 12 guys these last 10 years that should be either retiring or be in the middle of their career on their second contract.
That's true. I just think UMHB, to be honest, we just cut from a different cloth. So a lot of D1 athletes, they get baby privileged, and they don't really know how to go through adversity because they be crying like
boot camp.
Right, exactly. Boot camp. If you go through boot camp at UMHB, you're gonna be successful in life. Period. Period. For real, cause
Facts.
man. So like, just having different roommates and different players, I talking to them and they just not cut from the same cloth as us.
You know what? It's an accountability thing, bro.
Yes.
It's an accountability thing. Like we got some stories like. We have some stories of accountability, people getting into it, people ready to square up, but it's all love though. Like we didn't have that beef off the field. It was like we got into it on the field about something, and that's where it was left. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But back to your XFL. You got drafted.
So I got drafted. Like I said, I was leading them training camp in picks. I caught a pick almost every practice. It got to the point where the head coach, Pep Hamilton, he a coach for the Houston Texans now. He used to pick on me all the time in one-on-ones. He used to have me go last all the time. So, of course, the first day I get beat. We DBs, you don't get beat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's one-on-ones.
Exactly. But after that, I didn't get beat no more. And so we moved the training camp to Houston. So all the teams was in Houston. I'm getting picks again. I'm getting mic'd up. All of them getting all this publicity. So the day before we about to go back to our cities, he called me personally on my phone and was like, hey, Reggie, you the best athlete on our team. I want you to play receiver. Our receiver core hurting. I said, oh, yeah, I'm good. Next day, we in Houston, right? So I go home, wash my clothes. I come back to the hotel, and the person else guy was like, hey, Reggie, where you been? And I'm like, I've been packing. Getting ready for the season. He like, oh, well, I've been blowing your phone up. He showed me his call log, 17 calls. I ain't have not one missed call. I'm like, I ain't get nothing. He was like, well, I'm sorry to do this in front of everybody, but we cut you in front of everybody. Everybody finna get on the bus. I'm just sitting there like this. Hey, why you not get on the bus? I just got cut. So I'm humiliated. I'm frustrated.
Wow.
I'm embarrassed. I'm just like, ain't no way I just got cut. And I've been leading the team in picks. I'm talking about I'm on Instagram.
Bro,
I know.
Bro, you ain't gotta.
Bro,
you ain't gotta tell us, bro.
Man.
You the face.
You were the face of the franchise. We were sitting here. Bro, when you told us, when you texted us, I could not believe it. I had never seen anyone doing so well and being publicized like the face of the franchise. And then a coach called you the day before telling you what he wanted to play both sides of the ball.
Both sides of the ball. I'm the best athlete on the team.
And then to get cut the next day.
No, I'm talking about.
People don't know this kind of stuff about the business though.
Right, exactly. They don't. And that was my first taste of professional. And that really kind of struck a nerve and hurt my heart. I'm just like, I'm doing everything you guys need me to do, and I'm doing more. I don't understand. So I didn't understand that. So, they cut me. I called the coach that has, that put his faith in me. I was like, man, they cut me. He was like, man, what? We was on a plane. We didn't even know that. I said, how y'all didn't even know? He was like, yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's all Pep.
So tell him. So that wasn't your coaches. It was personnel.
It was personnel. So
Personnel.
Pep Hamilton, he was the head coach, and he was the GM. Something like Bill O'Brien with the Houston Texans. So he had too much power, I feel like, in my opinion. So my coach was like, well, to be honest, he bought a roster spot. So this would really happen in professional football.
Hold on. What you say?
You can buy professional spots. So if a coach want a player, he can hold that spot for that player. He can buy it and just hold it like, well, I'm waiting on this player to get cut or something like that. So that's what he was doing. He waited on certain players to get cut from the NFL so he can sign them to the XFL.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
So basically you can buy in roster spots.
Yes. It's really not about who you know, what you know. It's just, like I said, but the coach really like you. So they put me on Team 9. Team 9 is a practice squad for the XFL.
Yeah, okay.
It's practice squad. It was in Dallas.
Every team, though, all got guys.
Got cut with the Team
One
9.
team.
It's a Team 9, but it's a practice squad.
Every team don't have.
It's like the
practice.
best. It's the best players from those.
One for the whole league. It's a Team 9 for the whole league. So what they do is they put player that they still want. They just put them on Team 9, so they can come back and get them at any time. But any team can grab any player.
Yeah.
So we practicing every day. We just practicing. That's it, just to keep us in shape. So they said after 5 weeks, you go back to your same team. You don't get picked up before then. So I didn't get picked up. I got to wait till 5 weeks. 5 weeks came. After that, COVID hit. So that's, what I'm saying, COVID hit, then went bankrupt. And that's when I was out for about a year. And then I played with the Spring League, 8 there. After I left the Spring League, went to the CFL. Man, I don't even want to get on the CFL. But
Get on it.
Man, but the CFL, to be honest, man, I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like it's a waste of time for a lot of players because they already know who they want. They already know who they want as far as players like that. So, like, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, I got signed by the Hamilton Tiger Cats. They knew who they wanted already. So they were just kind of using players as bodies. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have a certain amount of Americans on the team, certain amount of Canadians on the team. So if they just signed this DB for last year, they're not finna sign a new DB again next year.
Right.
Because they just signed him, an American DB. So, I went out there, I played every position at the CFL. I'm talking about every DB position back there. I played it. Corner, halfback, safety. I even played Sam. In the CFL, I played.
It was going dumb.
Going dumb. Every position. I knew the whole defense. I got cut. Of course, we didn't have preseason game because it was COVID. So boom, I just wait. I waited about another year. So I was on the way to a combine in Atlanta. I was driving from Houston to Atlanta, and I get a phone call. He was like, "Hey man, how you doing, Reggie?" I was like, "How you doing?" He was like, "This is such and such from the Hamilton Tiger Cats. We want to re-sign you." And I was like, "Well, that's crazy because I was on the way to a combine right now, but I'm gonna turn around." I'm like, they call me back. They must want me. Right. I must did something right. So, I go back. I'm playing corner at this time. Now it's easy because I'm just playing one position, and I already know what I'm doing.
Is this the
same team? No, this is a different year.
This is next year.
Next year, this following year. So they signed me back. I'm eating, and I actually get to play in preseason games. So the first preseason game, I only played one quarter. Because they signed another DB, and I don't know, it was just too much going on. But they cut me again. I was eating. I ain't get no picks and nothing like that because I didn't play as much. But, they cut me again. And so when they brought me in to cut me, this is what I told them. So I walked in. I already knew what it was.
Yeah.
I walked in. I sat down. They were like, "Yeah, Reggie, how you think training camp went?" I said, it went well. I think I made a big jump from last year. It felt like a family because I've been here before. I know a lot of the same players have been here. He was like, "Oh, that's good. He was like, "Well, unfortunately," I said, "Stop. What time I gotta be ready?"
Right.
I just cut him off. I didn't even want to hear the sob story. He was like, "Well, let me just tell you the sob story."
No, we don't want to hear it.
Tell you. He was just like, "Well, right now our team, we still have a lot of veterans on our team, and we just signed a cornerback from last year. And mind you, that cornerback didn't even go through training camp because he hurt his shoulder. So they just banking him, thinking he's gonna be the same player that he was the following year. And so they just cut me. And then now I'm just back on this training, staying ready from getting ready, going all in. The XFL draft coming up. It was another league I was in, but nobody really know about that one, so I don't even want to talk about it.
What's your mindset like when you know that you've been balling and they call you in and tell you that they gonna let you go, and it's not even about your performance? Like, where does that put you?
I think after the first time I got cut from the XFL, I stopped wearing my feelings on my sleeve. So I kind of take it with a grain of salt. Like, I'm coming from a D3 school. Football is all about politics. I had a roommate one time. He played for Alabama. He never touched the field, but got an opportunity in the NFL. Because he had Alabama on his resume. He told me, he said, I never played, but I got an opportunity. Just because I went to Alabama. So it really didn't hurt me at all. I mean, because like I said, because I don't wear my feelings on my sleeve, this professional football stuff, you just never know. It's cutthroat. You just never know. They might tell you one thing, and then the next day do another.
Yeah, because I know when I was in rookie minicamp with the CFL, like, you in there with everybody.
Right.
Right. So, like you said, they got guys coming back that they might have signed last year towards the end of the year. You got NFL guys that just got cut, whatever the case may be, right? But I know when I didn't get that call, and I'm talking to all the other players, all the other linebackers, and they like, boy, I knew you was gone. I knew you was gonna be up there. And I was still at home. I'm like, first I get to thinking like, what else could I have done?
Right.
Like, then I started there, I'm like, man, I should have picked that motherfucker off. That if I would have just got one pick. But I'm like, I was sticky. Like, I did everything I needed to do.
Right.
And so this ain't about football. Like you said, football is a lot about politics. So that's one thing, like, coming from a lower division college and you trying to make it to the top, like, you're going to face adversity. Everything ain't a straight line. You're going to be on that roller coaster.
Rocky Road.
You're going to be high, and as soon as you get to the top, they're going to take everything away from you.
But I think the good thing about what's going on now in the football world is they have all these new leagues coming out.
Yes.
So now a lot of D3 players, D2 players can get an opportunity to play professionally and still showcase their skills and get to the NFL.
And make some decent bread.
And make a living.
Right here in the States. And don't have to go to Canada and deal with the whole ratio.
Yeah. So
one thing I kind of want to talk about, I don't know if people actually have thought about this. I don't know if people have actually thought about this, but like, people wonder, like, why do guys like keep working at this football thing? It's just football. Don't football. This is what I'll bring up, and this is what I hear from you. This is what I know about E. This is what I know about myself. Most people, for one, never ever truly chase their dream, ever.
Right.
They real dream.
Right.
One. Two, I'm going to bank on 99% of the people, we work at our dream for 10 to 12 plus years.
Right.
Longer than that. 18, from Little League, 8 to, let's say 10 years old, you start.
Right.
You talking about the next 15 years, how old are you?
25.
25. The next 15 years, you've devoted everything towards this one goal. And now you've done everything. You've become an All-American. You won a national championship. You on the best team in your division. And you were two of how many DBs to be an All-American? We know how hard that is to do that.
Right.
And then you get to your goal, and it's dangled and it's taken away. It's dangled and it's taken away. And it's not because you ain't doing what you always been doing.
Right.
You still doing what you always been doing. And so that's what I explain to people. This is hard. It's hard to give it up.
Right.
Because you done worked at it for so hard your whole entire life.
Right.
Blood, sweat, tears, everything.
Right.
I know, we know. And a lot of people don't understand because they have not worked that long towards anything. I'm talking physically, mentally, money, everything. Me and EH way in Florida barely got enough money for gas for a workout.
Right.
But guess what? I got signed finally. I went to Canada off my last dime, literally. Off my last dime. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't even have the money to pay for that last workout I went to for Calgary. But when I showed up, the GM was like, player personnel. He was like, man, he's like, you from Texas? He's like, man, don't worry about covering the workout. I didn't even have it.
Right.
But did what I was supposed to do, got signed, and then, like you, it's taken away. So we both know, we know what that's like.
Yeah.
We know what that's like.
It's a struggle, man.
I'm just proud.
You depressed too.
Yeah, most definitely. A lot of players, and I feel like you got to be in a good headspace when you chasing this dream.
You do.
Because if you're not in a good headspace, if you always thinking like, why I'm doing this, then you're not gonna even go 100% because you thinking like, well, I'm working out, but I'm not even getting an opportunity. But the name of this game in football is stay ready from getting ready, because you never know. You might get that one call, and they gonna say, well, come for a workout, and then you ain't been working out, and now you saying, well, I ain't been working out.
Now it's your fault.
Now it's your fault. Now you like, dang. So now you done wasted all those 18 years of your life
For that one chance.
Now if
You ain't even ready for
you ain't even ready for it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna just stay ready from getting ready. Like I said, this is my last year going all in, but I feel like I got a good chance of getting drafted to the XFL.
Bet.
And there is a difference though. Like some people do chase the dream. I don't want to say when they shouldn't. Because who am I
talking about them?
Because who am I to say, you know, what your dream is? But for us and others like us, I know we chased it the way we did because we know who we are, and we know what we can do and bring to a team. Like, we ain't just chasing it just because.
I think I would say the biggest thing that keep me going is just live in the moment. I loved it. I love working out. I love football. I love ball. Like, this is my life. I've been doing this since I was 4 years old. Like, so every chance I get, even when I go to a team, I still have fun in that moment, because you're not gonna get those memories back.
No.
So don't be over here stressing yourself out trying to be like, I'm trying to make a team, and then you don't even enjoy.
Yes.
You even in Canada. Like, it was a lot of players out there really stressing like, man, I'm trying to make the team. I need to make a play. And they don't even make the play when the play come their way because they trying to make the play.
Yeah.
Right.
Just enjoy it. You've been playing football since you was 4 years old. Have fun. Just have fun. Whatever goes is going to happen at the end of the day. You can't control that. That's out of your control.
Hey, man. Shout out Reggie Cole, man, and just continuing to
Yes, sir.
to chase the dream, man, and I feel like you're doing it the right way, man. We proud of you. Braveheart, man. Hey, y'all check out the pop-up shop in Houston.
Yeah, man.
Hey, get on the IG.
On the IG.
Reggie.
Biker shorts.
Hey, blue check. He got the blue check now. He easy to find.
Verified on Twitter.
On Twitter. He easy to find on Twitter.
It's coming, though.
Hey, but hey, we got to get out of here, man. Hey, hashtag Ass Sauce Twins. Hey, we got more stuff like this coming to you.
Subscribe.
What will you sacrifice to be great?